Hello. So I've decided to create this wisdom sharing, this transmission to inspire you to create community because I believe that community is everything. I believe it's the greatest medicine that we can offer the world right now. And community comes from you knowing, owning, and sharing your creative expression. And so I created this based on what feels like is the most powerful information I can share right here, right now. I don't want to call it a master class because I can't teach you anything that you don't already know. So this is an opportunity for self-mastery and to know yourself more through me being a mirror to you, because there's a reason why you're listening to this here and now. There's a reason why you've connected with me, because somewhere in your field, there's an energetic match that's telling you that there's something that you can receive from me that's going to help to activate and inspire you to expand more. And that's all we're ever doing. As friends, as lovers, as partners, as teachers, as mentors, we are just mirrors for each other. And that is why life is so magnificent when we come together in relationship. It's powerful. And it's one of the reasons why I love being a mentor and I love building community, because you're having your gift and your passion and purpose reflected back to you. And in every single reflection, you are returning back to them. Also, the reason why they started to walk this path too. And this is how we create a world that reflects the values that we hold and we bring ourselves into alignment. So there's so much power in creating community. And the way that I have done this, and the thing that I have 20 years of expertise in, is building community through sharing your gift. And there's many things that I have done over the last 20 years as a creative expression of myself through entrepreneurship, from retreats, events, product range, writing books, collaboration, brand partnerships, online courses, merchandise. I have had the most fun expressing myself through my business in multiple ways to create connection. That's always my aim, is to connect with the others, to turn the me into the we, and to come together to create something bigger than ourselves, to bring my energy to meet the energy of others. And that's what I've done at Blossom and Berry over the last 20 years. Now, what I teach is the power of love and connection and nurturing touch, massage, and yoga for parents and babies. And so you might be thinking, wow, that's pretty niche and it doesn't really relate to the thing that I want to build my community on. But it doesn't matter what the subject is. Everybody is passionate about something different. That is what is so incredible about life, is that we all have these medicines to share. And the fact is that everybody is looking after one aspect of humanity. I don't know anything about cricket, but there's someone out there who is living and breathing and drinking up every single drop of cricket, from the history to the players to watching it live to having the merchandise, the bat, everything. I will probably leave this planet not knowing anything about cricket, but I fully celebrate and respect and honor that person who loves cricket, just like I love, respect, and honor everyone for claiming who they are and stepping into their creative expression. Creative expression is sexy. It is a way to truly understand who somebody is and to receive. I just love that, to receive. And as I receive, I get so inspired that I just want to give back as well. And that has been the vibration of Blossom and Berry over the last 20 years. Our mantra is love creates love, and our motif is the affinity loop, because as we give, we receive. And so it is. And that is what happened in the creation of my business, is that I decided, without knowing, without having a path, that I wanted to give my time, my energy, my presence to helping all babies slash humans, because all humans are babies. So I decided I wanted to help all humans reach their full potential by them receiving love and nurturing care, particularly in the first 1001 days from conception to birth. Sorry, from conception to two, because I understood from research and science that this is the critical window that we can change humanity by investing our energy and our time and our attention at the beginning in babies, because we're all babies. Infant mental health is everyone's mental health. And I understood that from a scientific, intellectual point of view. But intuitively, after becoming a mother, I felt it in every single cell, tissue, fiber, organ of my body. You know, I was breathing this stuff and experiencing it every day. My heart was fully open, and I felt the incredible gift and responsibility of becoming a parent. So, those two things that came together, that cognitive knowing and understanding with the full blown heart power of, wow, this has happened to me for a reason. I've become unexpectedly pregnant at 26 for a reason. All my path has been bringing me to this point for a reason. I went to law school for 7 years to become a corporate finance lawyer, and then in a moment decided to give it all up for a reason, because I had faith in the wisdom of my heart. And when I allowed that, when I allowed myself to dream for a moment that that could be my mission, that I could swap from being a corporate finance lawyer to a entrepreneur with no time, no money, no idea, and three children under 3.5, and I could build this beautiful love community across the world. I dared to dream that just for a second. And there was something inside of me that said, yes, this is possible, because anything's possible, everything's possible, and every single person who's ever created anything started at this point now with this question of, is it safe to dream? Is it safe to be me? Is it safe to truly follow this path that's giving me the tingles and is making me feel like this is how I create impact? This is how I move the needle. This is how to create legacy. And this possibly is why I came here, not to sit in an office from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. at night, proofreading legal documents to which I have no connection, sitting in an artificial office, sneaking out for a 10-minute lunch break, sitting with people that I didn't have a lot in common with. I think this is why I came here, to help all human beings reach their full potential. And then the realization was, okay, well, how do I even do that? Because right here, right now, I'm standing here and I feel it, but I don't know the way. And I don't even know anybody who even knows the way or would even take me seriously. And that includes, friends, my husband and my family. I had to explain to them why I wanted to do this. And that is a really vulnerable and powerful place to be, because it's in that moment that you get to choose, okay, what's it going to be? Is it going to be the linear path, or is it going to be the creative void? And am I brave enough to just let go? Am I brave enough to let go of everything I've ever been told, everything I have known, everything that seems like it should manifest in this way? And am I prepared to allow myself to open to become this channel and to just keep following the intuitive nudges? And the answer for me was yes, because that desire was so strong. And so I took the first steps, which for me was to leave my job and to begin my learning journey as a student and start to learn my craft. And then from learning that foundation course, I then continued to learn and become obsessed by understanding how this small aspect of life, which for me is touch, how does this connect to mental health, physical health, culture, society, economics, education, nature, parenting? How does this part of the puzzle connect to all the other parts of the puzzle? And then I started to see this really big, expansive possibilities start to roll out, because I knew that once I started to teach, I would be able to reach a certain number of people in a certain number of years. And that would be amazing to do that, because I'd already stepped away from what didn't serve me, and I'd already been brave enough to say yes to the unknown and to follow my heart. But then there was more, because I wanted to really embed this into the framework of humanity. And for me, the way to do that was to amplify what it is that I'm passionate about, which is love, which is teaching love through the embodiment of the expression of love, which for me is presence, touch, movement, music, sound, nature, breath. It's the trusting of the body to bring us home to ourselves. And then when we are authentically connected to us, that's where authentic connection happens to others. And so I decided at that point to make another gigantic leap. So I'd already gone from corporate to entrepreneur. And then within about 2.5 years of really geeking out on my subject and literally absorbing every single thing that I possibly could. So I felt like I had become the expert and the authority. And this was actually being reflected back to me, because within 18 months of starting my practice, I was asked to write a book on baby massage by Octopus Publishing House. So I was approached completely out of the blue by Octopus Publishing to write a book as an expert. So that vibration I was holding of I'm going to be the expert, it manifested in a book deal very, very quickly. And I also manifested a job teaching baby massage and massage for adults at college very, very quickly. So the universe was saying, come this way, come this way. And I just kept saying yes and following the nudges. It wasn't a path because it didn't happen in a linear way. Lots of things were not connected, but it was almost as if the more I believed in myself and the more I embodied what an expert does, which is to be committed to your subject and to show up for it and to read with an open mind. And I've always read books, and as I'm reading, I'm writing constantly. This is my reflection. This is my reflection. So I'm almost like in a conversation with the author of the book, as if they were sitting with me. And it just always makes me go, yes, yes, this I hear you, and this is what I want to say about it. And it's like these kind of invisible conversations that I'm having, they're expanding my energetic field and knowledge and wisdom and awareness. And so I just became an expert very, very quickly. And that was without doing strategy. Like, it was about saying I was an expert. It was about not posting that I was an expert. It was just quietly happened through the embodiment of what being an expert is. And then from there, I had the courage and the confidence to start my first online training. And there was no resources whatsoever. I had this terrible website that was so basic. I mean, it looked like it had been done by a 15-year-old for their homework. And I had a simple contact us form, and you had to pay me by going to my bank account. And then I used to send out ring binders with course printed course materials with burnt DVD discs. And because I was on a budget, they didn't even have labels. I just used to write the name with a Sharpie. And that's how it started. Just like one person came, then another person came. And it was super slow because I needed to learn, because these teachers were my first teachers. Because don't forget, I had never done this before. It was a very different time. There was no smartphones. There was no, really, Google was very like, just, it was just starting up. Like, email had only just come in. Laptops were a dream. You know, I had to go to the library to be on a big white bulky computer that I would have to wait to go on. It was a totally different time where this stuff was edgy, you know, it was really like, I'm one of the first people that's trying to do this. And then as technology developed, I was just able to do more. And this actually happened in this perfect, perfect pace of growth, where as my babies, my three beautiful children were growing, so was my business, and so was I. You know, I couldn't have handled being an overnight success when I had three children under 3.5, because my primary focus was always my children and to be embodied in my values, which is love creates love. And it was to learn through my mind, through my teachers, through my mentors, through my courses, through books, through authors. And it was through the embodied experience of actually being a mother. So talking from a place of authenticity. So again, it was that coming together of the heart and the head, which helped me to create this balance. And equally in my business, from my experience of being a corporate finance lawyer, I had this understanding of, yes, my business is all about love, and it's about expansion and touch and holistics and energy. And it's also about structuring a training course so someone can actually learn, you know, so that I've actually covered how to create a course with learning outcomes and thinking about how people learn. Are they kinesthetic? Are they visual? Are they auditory? Thinking about equality, diversity, and inclusion, thinking about resources. So, you know, I really went into this process wanting to create a masterpiece whilst it being a work in process. And it was totally co-created. Like, every single teacher that I had would bring me something to learn from. Every single teacher would reflect to me, yes, I'm going along the right path. Yes, keep going, keep going. And I received so much as I was giving that it created just this beautiful vortex of energy, like the infinity loop, where even though I had three young children, I had very little money at the beginning, so I was working three jobs to kind of keep things going at the beginning. Um, yeah, and they were really super unglamorous, working in cafes till night, you know, late at night. And my husband had a stroke when he was 39, and I literally thought I was going to be a widow with very young children. Like, all of these things were happening. But all of it somehow was just in this tapestry of growth and learning so that I could have the depth of experience as a leader and as a creative. And the more I learned, the more inspired I became, and the more I infused into my course to make it greater. It continues, and it still continues to this day. I am so not done yet. I am only just getting started. And so I just called in this amazing community, and it just grew and grew and grew. And then some of my teachers really started to shine and then started to approach me. Can I take the training and translate it and turn it into my own language? So Sandy came to me and said, can I turn this into Spanish and take it to Mexico? Christina came out of nowhere and just said, can we work together and do this in Italian, which is incredible, incredible coincidences, synchronicities around that. Oh, I was asked to go to Dubai and I met Mel, and then she became my teacher in Dubai. I went to Australia, and then Amy became my teacher in Australia. I went to Botswana. Caroline came into my life. So all of the time being gifted these people that I never even had, and still to this day, don't have real legal agreements with them. We have something that we've signed, but it's all based on aligned values and this shared desire to help all human beings reach their full potential. And it just works in this way of trust and connection and alignment and flow. So there's never been, that sense of ownership, entitlement. It's just always felt very, very clean as an energetic expression. Blossom and Berry is what it talks about. It is about love creates love. And that's why I have never created Blossom and Berry as a franchise either, because it's really important to me that I embed my two top values, which is freedom and creativity, into my business. It would be completely inauthentic if I didn't. And so, regardless of the fact that franchise models, licensing models can be really, really good from an economic point of view, and I often advise my clients to take that route. For me personally, it just wasn't aligned. And then from this place of building a global community, by the time I was 40, I was like, I want to give back now. And then that opened an entire new chapter of finding Nina and Alice, who are the original founders of Love Support Unite, and then going to Malawi to set up our Mother and Health initiative out there, impacting hundreds of parents and babies, and building a nursery and setting up early childhood development programs, which then rippled out and gave me the inspiration to help other projects in Ghana and Haiti. And it just keeps breathing and expanding and growing. And this is what it can be. This is what business can be. It can be this beautiful creative expression of yourself. It can be the long game. It can be your life's work. It can be the love story of your life. It doesn't have to be the race for this goal. And of course, things come and things go, but the absolute joy of getting up in the morning to meet yourself in a business and to infuse it with love, and then it loves you back. And all of the things that I have received from my business beyond my wildest dreams, like income, incredible, more please, more please, but travel, yes, please. Friendship, amazing. Freedom, incredible. Giving back, absolutely wonderful. Opportunities to learn, to collaborate, to have so much fun. Honestly, I'm just full to overflow. And I just say, and so it is. May more please, this vibration, may it continue. And that is down to me being in conscious leadership and making the decision every day to show up for the highest version of myself and the highest vision for my business, which again is this same clean one line that I had, which is how can I help all human beings reach their full potential through love and nurturing care in the first 1001 days? And so it is. And so this is what I love to work with my clients with. Who are you? Number one. Why are you here? What is it you're passionate about? Truly. Strip it away. Let it all go. Come into your heart. Take your time. Go backwards and forwards. Write things down and cross them out. Take 6 months just to answer that question. What do you want to share in your life? What's your legacy? Who are the people that you want to work with? What are your long-term dreams for your business? What are your lifestyle desires? Who are you? Why have you come here? How can you be a channel for more? All of these questions are so powerful, and this is how I work with my clients. I definitely don't come in and say, this is what I did, this is my business model, copy me. Because even if it worked for me, it's not necessarily going to work for you. And you know what? That is the beauty. Again, the reflective conversations, the reading of my ideas, and then you going, I disagree with that because I feel strongly that this is the way. Amazing. You just found your way. This is where the magic happens in the relationship and the connection. This is why mentoring is so important and why, of course, you can do all of these things alone. I did them alone. I didn't invest in my first mentor until about 6 years ago. But I spent a lot of time making mistakes. Well, having experiences that were uncomfortable, some of which, were a struggle, but I overcame them and I learned a lot, which is why I'm now a mentor and I'm now offering this wisdom and knowledge through going through that experience to you. And that doesn't prevent you from making your own, in inverted commas, mistakes, having your own challenges, but that just makes you an amazing mentor for somebody else. And it's these stories that actually inspire each other. And it's the challenges that give us this sense of joy because we have to power through the grief or the sorrow or the challenge to actually get there. So, therefore, it's even more fulfilling and satisfying when you get there at the end. So, mentorship is power, relationships are power, investing in yourself is power, recognizing yourself for the leader that you are is power, getting out there and sharing your gift is power. We're here for such a short time. Don't waste your time here by not being fully expressed. Do the thing, create, create, be expressed, expand into the unknown. Because it's all unknown. It's an illusion that it might be safe because there is no safety. There is just who are you now? What do you want to do? How am I going to be today? How am I going to use my time today? This is the power. This is the power. And this power is in you now. I am just reflecting it to you. And if you're feeling a resonance, if you're like, hell yeah, that's because it's there. It's there already. And it's through mentorship and reflection that expansion and growth happens. This is why I love it. This is why I invest in it. This is why relationships matter. This is why you end up being a reflection of the 5 people you spend the most time with, because our environment is everything. Everything is energy, and the people you surround you with are going to be reflecting back your energy. It's powerful. So I've shared a little bit here today to inspire you. I could share so much more. I've learned so much in 20 years. I don't want to not share that with the world in all different ways. So if this has inspired you, if this has empowered you, if this has got your juices flowing, if you've got a creative dream and vision, if you want to scale up, if you want to create community, impact, legacy, create the masterpiece of your life, I'm here. I'd love to have a conversation with you because you are the exact kind of person that I love, love, love to work with. And you bring me joy. And joy creates joy. Love creates love. It's a reflection. Everything's a reflection. So connect with your body after listening to this. How do you feel? Maybe take a journal, write something down. Move your body, go for a walk, really feel into this. And I'm here for you. Come find me. Let's talk. Love to hear about your dreams and your visions and see how we can co-create these together.